Dame Dash. So Dame Dash's daughter, Ava Dash, you know, she's on that Next Gen New York City show with Riley Burrs, who's the daughter of Candy Burrs.
Yep.
And on the show a few weeks ago, she decided to address the eviction conversation that we had with Dame Dash here. Let's take a listen to Ava Dash.
I have so much negativity being spread about myself and my family. When you search my name, the first thing that pops up is Ava Dash evicted. I don't need my friends also adding to that. The reality is I had an apartment. I shared it with my dad, split the rent. I was on time paying my rent. My dad, not so much.
I know Kanye, he had a show over the weekend where he sold out, like 60K people showed up. And I think it was in Albania. You heard about that?
Well, what you have to understand is, to me, just based on being a businessman, the people that do these 60,000 and sell out shows all day long, it's their normal. It's not a big deal. But when this dude does anything, it's so contrived, just like Beyonce cutting his hair in the stadium and, you know, her reading off a cue card while she's, you know, cutting his wig off. It just seems like a script. You know what I mean? Like, I'll do the family thing on her set, but I'm not bringing my daughter to Roc-A-Fella set. We gonna have guns and bulletproof vests. I'm not, no disrespect, but I don't want my daughter in a do-rag. I kept my daughter out the hood for a reason.
Which is interesting because just today, his own daughter spoke out about a situation concerning Dame, herself, and the Rent Man.
Dame Dash. So Dame Dash's daughter, Ava Dash, you know, she's on that Next Gen New York City show with Riley Burrs, who's the daughter of Candy Burrs.
Yep.
And on the show a few weeks ago, she decided to address the eviction conversation that we had with Dame Dash here. Let's take a listen to Ava Dash.
I have so much negativity being spread about myself and my family. When you search my name, the first thing that pops up is Ava Dash evicted. I don't need my friends also adding to that. The reality is I had an apartment. I shared it with my dad, split the rent. I was on time paying my rent. My dad, not so much. I don't need to like release a statement and say, hey guys, I wasn't the one that made us get this eviction notice.
Yeah, so that was her in a confessional on the show. Now, I've seen other.
So we don't know if this is true. We don't have any proof whatsoever. In my opinion, when you look at Dame's jacket, does it look like an eviction jacket? He looked like he grabbed it in an eviction. Come on, man. This is Dame Dash. This is the dude that notoriously never wore the same pair of sneakers twice.
I don't need my friends also adding to that. The reality is I had an apartment. I shared it with my dad, split the rent. I was on time paying my rent. My dad, not so much. I don't need to like release a statement and say, hey guys, I wasn't the one that made us get this eviction notice.
Yeah, so that was her in a confessional on the show. Now, I've seen other interviews that she's done on this where she said that like she decided to address it because like, it's there. There's no way that she can get around it. And she had let her dad know that she was going to be doing it. So she let Dame Dash know she was going to be addressing it. But that
splitting rent with my dad, but my dad ain't paying his end of it.
He a boss. So he says she could be lying. We don't know. These are allegations. But I'm just saying, in comparison to the old Dame Dash that we know, this new guy looks more likely to not have his portion of the rent. That's all I'm saying.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was an apartment that she was living in Tribeca. It was like close to $10,000 a month.
It was $10,000
Yeah, they were like.
Dame has been doing a lot of interviews. How much you want to bet that his interviews, as of today, Friday, July 17th, soon to be July 18th, how much do you want to bet that Damon Dash's interviews will continuously get more and more outlandish? Because he need it. I'm telling you, he need it. He's struggling. Allegedly struggling. I know I got on the same jacket Dame Dash wearing, but you already know.
At least $40,000 behind when the landlord went to a court and got a notice. Now, Dame Dash talked about it here when he was on the Breakfast Club. Let's take a listen. The thing with your daughter and the eviction.
She never got evicted.
So why did the son report that? What?
She lying.
The thing with your daughter and the eviction.
She never got evicted.
So why did the son report that? Where does that stem from?
So what happened was she was sending the money to someone to send the money, and it wasn't going, and she didn't know it. She was out of town.
Oh.
So I think they were when she found out, she just paid it. So it got paid. So she never got evicted ever in life, ever. Never. That's another one of those false things that they say. Like, somebody might see something, but it doesn't follow through. She never got evicted. What they should have said was she at that age lived in a 3-bedroom house and apartment in Tribeca. Like a rich kid, like a nepo baby, because her mother has $100 million company, Rachel Roy, which I started, put my $8 million in, and now she owns it.
So she never got evicted. They got evicted together.
No, what happened was they received the notice. The notice that they received was, if you do not vacate the location listed above within 14 days after the date of this notice, you may be evicted without further notice. And when the one of the first seasons or first episodes of the season, they teased this eviction letter, but you couldn't see all the names. So people thought that this was going to be a storyline, and eventually it became one. They paid the money up before she was evicted. So technically, she didn't get evicted. She received the notice, though. They caught the money.
All this over. Notice the ones they put on the apartment doors beginning of the month. Everybody got one of them. That's how you know how good your neighborhood is. The better come around on the first. Bad neighborhoods, every other door got a notice. You got to come home like you wanted that. Oh, thank you. I almost forgot. That rent. I got you. I don't know what I was thinking. I was about to the rent. Okay. Shit. Okay, give me a second. I got you. Thanks for the notice, Mr. Landlord.
Basically, is what they're talking about.
So she never got evicted. They caught up to what was owed.
Yeah.
But she's saying that her father didn't pay the half he was supposed to have, that he was supposed to pay.
Yeah, she's saying it was Dame Dash's fault.
Did he say anything back to this?
Not
no,
yet,
I
sure.
haven't seen anything yet. No. He has reposted her talking about the fact that she talked about it on the storyline, though, because he reposted everything. But yeah.
All right. Well,
that's crazy. My father would never. I'm sorry.
I was just thinking,
I mean, I believe that Dame had a lifestyle that he tried to maintain when the cash flow was gone. And now all he got is personality to sell. I ain't mad at him, yo. He made the Cheat Teeth record. He come on. He talks about his country clubs. Go ahead, y'all. Go ahead. It's only $1,000. Why you don't join up? Y'all sitting out here laughing at him. Get to sit in them lawn chairs. He got lawn chairs for you. The old school kind of flick out. You got a lake full of green water with a nice little layer of film on top. Little rust runoff. All that soot. Got a little soot. Don't you want to swim in the soot water off the back of a factory? It's only $1,000 a month.
Like, first of all, I'm not. My father not gonna ever split no rent with me. Like, but that's just my father. I don't know about anybody else's father. Like, he not gonna split rent with me. And if we
right, Big Dog supposed to took care of it, allegedly.
do.
Or we living above our means, but it's hard to step down. And I also, you got to look at it at that too. It's gotta be humiliating to step down. You've been Dame Dash. You've been Damon. You've been Dame Dash, and at some point he probably should have switched gears. Be like, okay, I'm not making $100 million anymore. You know, I'm making $1 million. I'm making $5 million. I can live a very wonderful, reasonable life. I don't have to live in a $10,000 a month Tribeca apartment that I don't own. You know, I can move to Ohio or Nebraska. You know what I'm saying? Like, make your money stretch. But now you got to ball out and be fly. And now you got on eviction clothes, allegedly.
It would be me. It's supposed to be the kid that come up delinquent, not, you know what I'm saying? Not the dad, you know, not the millionaire dad.
Right.
With the businesses and the, come on, man.
And people have hard time. I'm not condemning Jay. I'm not saying blah, blah, blah. I'm not condemning Dame. People hit hard times. I am amazed by the level of the lack of humility. That's what people want. Yo, I messed up big, yo. Tell us why. Tell us what you did wrong. Seek forgiveness from the public. And then maybe we could appreciate you in a different way. But it's the lies and the twisting and the hating and the... Nah, just be like, yo, I messed up, yo. I thought it was this way, but I've learned that it isn't. I've been humbled. You ain't got to say, Jay-Z, please take me back, but we'll understand. You can call him. You can text him and tell him that. I'm just saying, it's the facade that irritates people. It's the facade that makes your personality laughable if you're Dame Dash. That's what people laughing at. That crazy facade while Rome is crumbling around you. That's satisfying for a certain type of person. Not for me personally. I'm always just tripping, cracking jokes and stuff. I don't find that satisfying. But what I do find satisfying is the redemption part of it. If a person were to say, "Look, these are my faults, and this is how I'm working on it. This is where I went wrong. This is what I would have done differently." Because now you're really teaching. You feel me? If you're just bragging and talking that same talk, but not implementing the new information you've learned after your fall, you're not really teaching. You grifted. You're throwing you're trying to paint a pretty picture. I mean, that's just my point of view. Who am I?
I'm trying to figure out the split too, because she had other roommates as well.
She said, "Oh no, I thought it was they split it
I
like
thought it was just them.
5,000."
No, when this was reported, the landlord said that there were 3 other people that she was living in the house with, and he says that it's a multiple bedroom house. So
So what? He was roommates. There was somebody out there running around with Dame Dash as one of their roommates. Maybe Dame wasn't actually staying there. We could be looking at this. We don't know how this was put together because this sounds crazy. You trying to say they had Dame Dash or some real world type shit and bunk beds and shit? You sharing milk with Dame Dash? This nigga come in spitting out teeth, talking all kinds of shit.
trying to figure out the split, and if it's split all those ways, look. People go through things, because this was during the time too when all that bankruptcy conversation was happening with him. So I don't know.
Damn.
But
Y'all should just learn to send people healing energy.
Y'all think he was in a jam like that? Look at Charlamagne trying to send healing energy. That's before he came on there and called you all them names.
with him, so I don't know. But
Y'all should just learn to send people healing energy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
yes,
No, they healed. They not evicted. They good.
Right.
it's Lauren LaRose.
Yo, just shout out to Baltimore, yo. With my O's hat, I ain't even got it on today. You know what I'm saying? What do you think, Jeff?